Qsports. Qsports.
Qsports.
Qsports. Qsports.
Join Mamodu Kajaga on Qsports every Tuesday only
On QTV.
Hello and welcome to Qsports, and thank you very much if you're watching. I am Mamodu Gajaga. Coming up tonight, CAF considers appeal from the Gambia over the eligibility of Olafade after initially throwing out the appeal, according to BBC. Walidan will celebrate half a century of existence this year. They are on top of the First Division League on 17 points after 10 matches. We visit them at their training ground. 8 referees in the country have been awarded their FIFA badges over the weekend. 30-year-old Lamin Jammeh said he is prepared for the challenges ahead of him. At long last, Sukuta held their Nawetan final. It was not a good evening for Manchester in Sukuta, not the Red Devils in England, of course. Their aim is to win the double, but their hopes were dashed. Bankers are not only into financial transactions, but some form of football at least, to remember one of their fallen colleagues. The late Governor Jatta Trophy kick-started on Friday at Q City. It was a lovely evening for Trust Bank as they earned their first 3 points.
Qsports. Qsports.
Qsports.
Qsports.
Welcome along if you're just joining us. This is Qsports, and thank you for keeping us company. Let's begin the show with this. The Gambia Football Federation, GFF, has confirmed that the Confederation of African Football, CAF, will consider an appeal over the eligibility of Togo's Olawade Odofame. CAF dismissed the GFF's first protest, which claimed the player, also known as James in Nigeria, and does not meet the necessary criteria to play for Togo. Africa's football governing body ruled that the Togolese Football Federation was able to prove that Olafade was born in Togo, making him eligible to play for the national team. CAF did admit that there had been an administrative error on its competition management system, CMS, which has led to the GFF's appeal. The original protest in October stated in March form provided by Togo, his name is listed as Adewale Odofame. But in the CAF system, he is registered as James Olawade Odofame, and his date of birth as the 21st of August 1994. The appeal will now be submitted to CAF's appeal board, who are expected to consider the case at its next meeting, scheduled to be held on 10th February. Olafade played for Togo as they drew 1-1 with the Gambia on October 12th. The 24-year-old has played club football in both Togo and Cameroon. He made his international debut in a 0-0 draw with Benin in September. Togo are currently ahead of the Gambia at the bottom of Group D of the Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers, thanks to a better head-to-head record with both sides on 5 points. Algeria have already qualified from the group with Benin second on 7 points. Benin hosts Togo, while Gambia travel to face Algeria in the final Cup of Nations qualifiers in March.
Qsports. Qsports.
Qsports.
Qsports.
Walidan are undoubtedly the Gambia's most successful club in history. They won more than 10 league titles and several cup medals. However, this success took a twist in 2017, relegated to the second division before bouncing back with a bang. The club has been rejuvenated since, back to the top flight and leading the league standings after 10 matches on 17 points. Let's hear from Coach Fodeba and forward Lamin Jammeh, who used to be a fan of the club when he was very young.
We just don't want to get carried away. I'll first of all say thank you for coming to our training ground. I think this is the first time in the history of the club, a TV station coming to our training ground to conduct this interview. Thank you very much. And Yeah, we just don't want to carry it away by the points leading. We're doing fine so far in terms of performance. We're happy that we're at the top of the table right now, but we just don't want to carry it away.
Let's look back a little bit. Sometime last year, at this time, Walidan were playing second division football, which came as a surprise to many as far as Gambian first division football is concerned. Walidan is the most successful club, both in terms of the league, in terms of cup competitions, and as well, many accolades that they have won over the years. But relegating to the second division could have been something devastating for the club.
Yeah, definitely it was. I mean, to the club, to the fans. I mean, it's not even good for the for football, and but football evolves. I mean, it happens in Senegal, in Guinea. You know, in this sub-region, you see the teams like them Giraffes and the Gendarmes, them others, they are all like in the second division. Now football have changed, it's finance. If you don't have that financial muscles, I mean, it's going to be very difficult to maintain yourself.
For you as the coach, what did you work on? You got into the second division and quickly came back into the first division again.
Yeah, with the help of the new executive, the president of the club, I mean, he helped a lot, you know, with in terms of motivation, in terms of finances. I mean, we have the scouting group that went out looking for good players, quality players, and players that are really dedicated, want to work. I mean, that really helped us.
It feels great, honestly. I mean, it is everyone's desire or wish to be in this position because we've worked hard. I mean, since the pre-season. I mean, it was around October, November that we started, and then the hard work has paid off. So far, so good. We give thanks.
Let's look back a little bit. Walidan is a club that has a series of success in Gambian football. By far, you're the most successful club in terms of cup competitions, in terms of league titles as well. But last year, you suffered one of the biggest setbacks in football, that is to be relegated to the second division. How were you as players able to pick up yourself and make it back into the first division again?
Well, I mean, having said what you just said, I mean, the team has a history. I mean, we started as fans, and then we were celebrating those victorious moments. Now, being players of the club, I mean, representing the club, it wouldn't tell well if we, I mean, relegate and then stay in that, I mean, second division. We all know, the Gambia knows that, I mean, Walidan has a name, it's a household name, and then it is the biggest club. It belongs to the first division. So we had to fight back, I mean, to come to where we belong to. I mean, this was backed with the motivation and then the preparedness of the footballers, and also the support from the technical staff, especially the coach and his management, and then the president of the club.
It's going to be a stiff competition. There is Hawks, there is Real de Banjul, there is Brikama United, there is, you name them, Fortune, and all these are clubs that are vying for the coveted trophy. You think towards the end of the season, come May, Walidan would be crowned champions?
Yes, sure. I mean, we are prepared, like I told you. From the onset, I mean, that's the target and we are working towards it. We won't leave till the end. And then Hawks, Real, and you name it, they know Walidan. I mean, whoever we meet this season, they will know we are back in full force, and it's not going to be easy to just come on, I mean, move us out of the position. We want to stick to it till the end.
Qsports. Qsports.
Qsports.
Qsports.
Now to Sukuta. Dabo Athletics sucked Manchester to win the Sukuta Naritan League title in penalty shootouts after regulation time. Both sides could slap themselves for not taking the numerous golden chances they had in normal time. Here are some highlights.
Manchester ada Monaco win final Mamadou Salou Diallo bi jane Mamadou Salou Diallo mo panelo la bari inata loose panelo di so community to le to mon ka best team odi 2018 but ni bodo do discipline team odo discipline team ko nyabe do yalo because beka Babu kari bek
pilih kan tonya isu doke nyin abe pilih kan ni nyin kengi dalam pernah mama na nyin se buk kengi ko te makana nyalo ko no mai mo fani defensor no kono
yes obe sa kelo fani sai like
amin golo fe
ko ba kana ba duonde jaga fani boni non
ada dilla Lamin Manchester nomor 11 yang kuba Bojang against Bojang. Wow. Majive. Lamini. Lamini. Petanya di. Lamini. Balu against Yaya. Amin. Suka. Del. Manchester yang skor. Kita malah faral konekin. Balamin mode dami tinggi LC.
It was a disappointing evening for the Manchester coach, Suleiman Babo. Let's hear from him.
It was a belief that 100% belief that we could make it we could make a double, but unfortunately we did not. Yeah, if you can see, we played our system throughout the 90 minutes. We dominated the game. We created more chances, but unfortunately we were not able to capitalize on our chances to hit the target. You know, to get a goal before we go like 0-0.
I hope you prepared well, because it looks like the previous final you scored goals and this time around you couldn't.
Yeah, we prepared very well. Because if you see, we could not score a goal. There is no excuse about it. But it's a game. It's a final. The final is different from the other league games. It's a one game for the rest of the season. When it comes, it comes. When it's come on, it has a past.
There is nothing more special than winning your first Nawetan trophy as a coach. Let's hear from the coach.
This year is my 4th year in this Nawetan. We have tried a lot. We're going to succeed. Every year when we come, we sit at the first round. But this year, we make changes of our team. We include new players that make us this year.
Many people are surprised about your performance this season. What is the secret behind it?
There's no secret. It's only training. You focus on what you are doing. That's all. There's no secret behind the football. Football is football. It's 10, 11 against 11. Who have a chance, you are the winner.
Let's take another short break. When we come back, we will talk about referees and their FIFA badges.
Qsports. Qsports.
Qsports.
Qsports.
Welcome back. 16 elite referees and assistants have been awarded FIFA refereeing badges at a ceremony held at the Football Hotel in Yundum on Friday. 12 men and 4 women were awarded their badges. Among them, 5 central referees and 7 assistant referees in the men's category, while 2 refs and assistants are in the women category. Applying the rules of the game of football does not only require physical fitness but mental strength. The job of a referee is quite enormous and demanding. You are not only the judge between the 2 teams, but the peacemaker as well. Every decision you take will have a backlash from the fans. In order to officiate at the highest level of the game, one must pass the necessary test in both theory and practicals conducted by the World Football Governing Body FIFA. These referees have all passed the test according to FIFA and the affiliates, the Gambia Football Federation. 30-year-old Lamin Jammeh began officiating at community level a decade ago, but in 2016 his potential hasn't gone unnoticed. He was enlisted to officiate in the first 4th Division League. In August 2018, after attending a non-FIFA refereeing course in Egypt, he was recommended as among the best in the training. We now hear from Lamin Jammeh as his first FIFA badge referee.
Well, I think I have a very, very big task ahead of me. I've been yearning to be a FIFA referee, which I am today. So that's one part of the story. So the next story, which is more also important, is to maintain it, because I have seen people defending their badge for 15 years. So I want to defend my badge to the maximum level, but then I think it needs hard work, because I'm working as a police officer and as an investigator for that matter, posted at police headquarters. I leave my house every day at 5:30 a.m. to go to Banjul. Also, I have to think of training. I have to create time to train, and these training programs will take me one hour. So at times I have to go to Banjul, park my bag in the office, get back to KG5, train alone for 1 hour, go back to the office, take shower, wear my official clothes, and then continue working police duties. It's tough on me, but yet still I'm thinking ahead. So I have to take the challenges, because being only a FIFA referee does not tell well to me. You have to be a FIFA referee and also go higher height. As I want to be the likes of Papa. Papa is one of my role models.
Fatun Gom is one of the female referees who retain her badge.
Alhamdulillah, right now, where I am, I can officiate any international match I got, because Alhamdulillah, all of them taught me and encouraged me and always training me, especially like Papa Gassama, Maudou Diallo, Mustafa Abojang, and Mamadou Tal. These are the people who I want to thank, because they give me what I want, and today where I am because of them.
Assistant referee Mfali Jaju urged his colleagues to be steadfast in the execution of their duties.
It entails a lot, from behavior, movement, association, what to say. As a professional, you need to know all these things. Yesterday, when you were not a professional, you might be moving with certain people. When you turn a professional, I'm not saying you should stay away from everybody, but certain people, you should be able to give them space. If you are not close to certain people, when you turn a professional, you should move closer to those people in order to be able to be part of the trip.
Lamin Kababajo is the president of the Gambia Football Federation and also chairman of the referees committee. He challenged the senior referees to mentor the younger ones, so as to maintain Gambia's reputation in refereeing at the global stage.
The young ones are in your hands. You have to guide them. You have to guide them like you guide yourselves. Because if you do not mentor them, you don't guide them, God forbid, if anything goes wrong, it won't only affect them, it's going to affect you, all of you. Because I don't want to go into the technicalities. But if you are officiating as number one, the fault of your assistants can have an impact on your overall performance. Because sometimes it could be seen that your efficiency could be put to question, or your integrity. Some will say, is this not a connivance? Because refereeing is a very difficult job. It's a very, very difficult job. Because you are under the microscope. There is no way that you'll perform and win the hearts of both sides. And then anybody can think anyway and can associate anything to your action or your inaction. Then the proof is on you now to prove them wrong. That even a mistake happens, it could be human error.
Let's take another short break. When we come back, we'll be talking about bankers and playing football.
Qsports. Qsports.
Qsports.
Qsports.
Welcome back. Trust Bank defeats the Central Bank of the Gambia. Ibrahim Jabate's lone goal in the opening of the late Governor Jatta Trophy. It was a well-contested game full of goal-mouth activities. This is the 14th edition of the competition.
Next, number 11 forward. Strike comes in. What a great goalkeeper. And Mam plays it to Pojang. Ball back to Mam again. Deep inside, Central Bank score. Great delivery. Mam inside the 18-yard. Cross comes in to number 13. Beautifully. Oh! And there. Ibrahim Jabate breaks the dispossessed Spanish with that poor delivery. Mam Delhi connects the goal scorer Jabate beautifully, and he connects Njai.
Lamin Sela, coach of the losing side, blamed his missing chances for the defeat.
We played a very good game. At the end of the day, we could not score and we lose the game to Trust Bank Limited. Looking into this match, you will see that we created so many chances, but we could not put it at the back of the net. The only chances that they created was the goal that they scored, and that was the end of it.
Okay, that is about the game, but aside from the game, coming here as bankers to play football, how does it mean for you as...
Yeah, you should not only be in the office counting money or writing on a sheet of paper. At times you have to go out and play with your colleagues, like what we are doing presently, the bankers tournament. This has been going on for years now. I think it's a very good move that the Governor Farmer Jatta, who initiated this, I think it was 2007, and it's a very good move.
Yusufa Gomez is rejoicing after his side's victory. He even confidently say he is going to win the trophy too.
We were confident enough because we are the leading bank, and you know Trust Bank is always at it on every other angle, every side. Not only at the banking sector, but we also demonstrate it inside the field. So you see, we have so many chances, but they are our neighbors, so we didn't want to win them mercilessly. So that's why we just minimize our goals and score them only one. So, and we are confident that this tournament is ours. So that's what we have to say as of now. So victory is always ours. Huh?
Are you going to continue winning?
No, we will win all our matches, definitely, 100%. You can see our side. We have young players and very strong guys, physically and everything, tactically, everything. We are 100% prepared. So this tournament is ours, definitely.
Issa Drame is the second deputy governor of the Central Bank. He spoke about the main idea behind organizing the competition.
On behalf of the governor, management and staff of the Central Bank of the Gambia, it is a great pleasure for me to be here at the opening of the Interbank football tournament. The trophy is in the memory of our late Governor Jatta, who was quite instrumental to the organization of this match to cover all the commercial banks. The whole idea is to bring friendship between the members of the banking fraternity. So at the end of the day, there is no winner or loser in these games. Everybody is a winner. The idea is to bring the bankers together, for them to leave their black suits and then at least come and enjoy together and then create understanding and friendship. So that's the whole idea. I take the opportunity to welcome all the managing directors of commercial banks that are here, directors of Central Bank, all media houses, and all other protocols duly observed. As I said earlier on, the idea is to bring friendship between members of the banking industry. So we should play as colleagues, as friends, to make sure that we don't play foul, because at the end of the day, after the matches, you are supposed to go back to your offices. So on that note, I wish you all an enjoyable tournament. Thank you so much.
That's it for this edition of Q Sports, and thank you very much for watching. Bye for now.
Q Sports. Q Sports.
Qsports.
Qsports. Qsports.
Join Mamodu Kajaga on Q Sports every Tuesday only
On QTV.